With baseball on the show, Indians franchise in MLB 15. The show, we're at Progressive Field today in the opening series at home against the Chicago White Sox, a division rival of the Cleveland Indians. We are looking to get off to a fast start. We are sitting at the top of the division, I believe, right now at 5-2, tied with the Chicago White Sox. This game will determine who sits in first place, at least for the time being, at the end of the day's contest. Every other team in the division is, I believe, 500 or worse. I think the Tigers are exactly at 500, and then the Royals are a game below, and the Twins are actually 0-10, I think, to this point. Or not 0-10, 0-8, I believe, up to this point in the season, including today's matchup. So we got Jose Quintana, who has kind of weird stats because he only pitched 2/3 of an inning before leaving with a sore arm or something, possibly. He had a strikeout or two in the 2/3 of an inning and didn't give up a run, obviously. So here's the lineup: Bonifacio, Eaton, Cabrera, Abreu, LaRoche, Gillespie, Garcia, Ramirez, and Tyler Flowers. A pretty great lineup, if you ask me. It's the pitching that's the question mark for the White Sox this season. And we got Danny Salazar on the mound, who lost his first game. Went 5 strong with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 7 hits. A solid game from him. From the looks of it, it just looks like he didn't do so great in the run prevention department. Anyway, he would start out the game by striking out Emilio Bonifacio in the first at-bat. Adam Eaton would be up, and he would single. Bourne comes to field that in center field, and he will hold him to just that single. And so it'll bring up Melky Cabrera in the next at-bat, and he is going to line out to David Murphy, who made that catch on the run. It's great to have a person who catches with their right. So here is some not how to field with Connor. Santana goes all the way around first base and never actually steps on the base. But anyway, LaRoche would fly out to end the inning, and the bases loaded threat. I believe the bases were loaded. It might have just been 2 on. But anyway, we'll look at the Indians lineup and Jose Quintana's profile here soon. Michael Bourne, Jason Kipnis, Brantley, Moss, Santana, Gomes, Murphy, Chisenhall, and Mike Aviles manning short. We are facing a lefty, so we decided to put Aviles in instead of Jose Ramirez. And a lot of our lineup suffers versus left-handed hitters, as you'll see throughout the season. Yeah, he only pitched 2/3 of an inning and had a strikeout. That's why his Ks per 9 was so high. I don't know what happened in the first game, but he was good enough to pitch the second game, so it must not have been super life-threatening. Anyway, in the first inning, he would strike out Jason Kipnis on the high fastball, and then Michael Brantley would line out right here in a diving grab by, or he would ground out, but a diving grab by Connor Gillespie at third. So Gillespie cheesed the favor by walking to start out the inning, and then there's a strikeout for Danny Salazar, and then here Alexi Ramirez is going to ground into this nice double play right here. And the Indians turn it, which is kind of a concern, to be completely honest. The fielding is not super great, but they turn it right there. Anyway, Brandon Moss strikes out as the Indians are at bat again. Here is Santana. He is going to strike out as well, just a little bit inside. Probably should have tried to fall it off, but he couldn't quite make contact with it. Anyway, playing the shift, and Chisenhall wasn't in position to field that. If he was playing normal position, he probably would have. But anyway, if you haven't noticed, it's Jackie Robinson Day. On this day in baseball history, Jackie Robinson made his debut, went 0 for 3, and scored a run in the Dodgers' 5-3 victory over the Braves in 1947. So there's more going on for their offense. However, it's all outs. They did not capitalize on the leadoff single, as the next 3 batters, I believe, both strike out and then a fly out right there. David Murphy right here, going to rip this one into center field. Can't remember who their center fielder is, but he fields it. And Chisenhall's right here. He's going to strike out. Not the greatest hitter against lefties like most of our team. Mike Aviles, though, is going to line this one to right field, and that one's going to be caught and thrown back in. So here we go. Kipnis is going to strike out looking. Actually, I don't think that was Kipnis, but whatever. Yeah, it was Kipnis, because here's Brantley in the next inning, and he is going to walk nothing happened for them in the bottom of the innings. So there was no point, or the top of the innings, there was no point showing it. And then Santana walks here, so we got 2 men on just from walks. We do have an out though, and then Jan Gomes is going to pop this one up into left field, or right field, excuse me. And we're going to have Brantley tag up, but other than that, nothing interesting would happen there, and David Murphy is going to strike out. So we don't get anything going just by having 2 men on. And then the next batter for them is, I believe, Jose Abreu, who is going to single this one into right field. And then, actually, this might be Jose Abreu. Anyway, it's ground out, double play. Should have been double play. No, that was Lexi Ramirez, excuse me. And that's going to be ground out, so just switches base runners. And then this is going to be a nice pop-up right here. We're going to get a double play out of it. It was pretty sweet. A great reaction by Jan Gomes, great defensive catcher. But anyway, 1, 2, 3 all in a row, and then 1, 2, 3 all in a row, and the entire inning strikes out right there. It was a crazy inning going on. Anyway, after the 6th inning, Tyler Flowers 1 for 2, Mike Aviles 1 for 2, and Danny Salazar has gone 6 strong, walking 1, 3 hits, and 6 strikeouts, 3 which just came in that last inning. He would stay in for 1 more out, however, Jose Abreu would single off of him, and we would decide to head to the bullpen. His pitch count was getting up there. We didn't want to risk anything in a 0-0 game. So Wesley Wright comes in. ERA is a little astronomical, but it's just the start of the season. So he gets a strikeout right there to start the inning, and he gets a strikeout right here, or a ground out right here to end the inning. So he comes in and avoids the threat, strains the runner, and Salazar should be off the hook for the decision. Well, he is off the hook for the decision. Anyway, Carlos Santana, bottom 7, and that's gone. Career home run number 100 for Carlos Santana. Big milestone in the career of the power-hitting catcher turned third baseman turned first baseman, and one of the Cleveland Indians cornerstone players for a few years now, and probably their best hitter overall for the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe Michael Brantley in that conversation too, but a great milestone, great player reaching it right there. Chisenhall will line out to left field. That's probably the hardest he's actually hit anything all day. Rafael Soriano enters the game for the first time all season, which I thought was interesting. 7 games in that our setup man wouldn't have appeared. Nice running throw right there. JB Shuck comes on to pinch hit. I didn't know who he even was with anymore, but apparently it's the White Sox. He would strike out. He was pretty good last year, or 2 years ago for the Angels, but just never really found anywhere to stay since then. But anyway, Jake Petrica came in, and Giovanni Soto also came in behind the plate as they pinch hit for Tyler Flowers. So let's keep going here. Nothing happened in that inning, but Cody Allen would come in for the save. He actually only has 1 so far in the season, so he must have blown the other one. He actually couldn't have blown the other one because his ERA was nothing. But no, he could have still blown it. But Michael Johnson comes in, and then here another Chisenhall misfield. Not the greatest fielder in the world. Might have to do something to address the fielding over at third base. But anyway, it wouldn't turn into much of a threat as there's a soft grounder right here. And Kipnis just throws it over to Santana, and that's going to end the game. So the Indians win a close one, 1-0 over the division rival Chicago White Sox in the first home game that you guys have seen all season. So next episode, we will be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. It'll be a little bit farther into the season, so just be prepared for that. I think it's at the end of the month. Yeah, it's at the end of the first month, so we'll have a few more games played by then. We can have a little bit better of a representation of what kind of seasons players are heading towards. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. More to come. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 1 run, 4 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. For the White Sox, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jake Arrieta. His record is now 1-0. Credit the save to Cody Allen, his second. The loss goes to Jose Quintana. He falls to 0-1.